All right, next up, we're going to have Dave Lockwood. Would you please come up and share just a little experience with us, please? Walk in here. Walk in.
Not as mobile as I used to be. Yeah. Of course, I imagine none of you as mobile, except for Tiller, as mobile as we used to be. I was a very, very fortunate guy, like a lot of you guys out here, that I was able to play and coach in the CFC for damn near 20 years, okay? And I had the privilege of playing with and coaching so damn many of you guys, especially when we had All-Star game. It was amazing. You know, we had a tendency in our own little bases and teams to think that nobody else existed but us, you know? Again, down there with that all-star bunch, and every damn one of them is just like us. Every one of you guys, we all come from the crummy little towns across the United States, played for the little high schools we all played for, and then got into the military, went to a damn country over there where they had one TV station, right? One TV station. And that was piped into us from LAX in California. And it didn't come on until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? You know, that's true. You're laughing, that's true though, you remember that? That is the damn truth. And then you got the old Stars and Stripes singing, waving the flag at midnight when they shut it off, right? I can remember it so well. My first time was in '76 when I went over there. Actually, it was the end of '75. But you guys are amazing. And I'm going to remind you of a couple of things right now that you maybe haven't thought about in a while. But we all went through this. Tiller, I know you went through it. We all did. And you kind of put it in the back of your mind there. Everybody on that damn base thought you were getting something that they weren't. Right? You know, they didn't stop to realize it. You don't get Christmas. You don't get New Year's. You don't get a summer vacation. You know, you don't get 4th of July. You are working, and all them other guys in the duty section, they got their time off. They're out doing their thing, but because you're a football player, you can't be given any extras. You know, they all think that you're getting something that they're not. Whether it's your APRs being advanced or somebody paid. I can remember, at Bitburg, and that's where I was, I used to, on Mondays, no, it wasn't, more like Wednesdays, I used to go down in the gym and I would buy $30 worth of tickets. $30 worth of football tickets to give out, you know, to the guys I worked with and to my boss and people like that. So that they would think that they were getting something for nothing. But I was paying for it. They didn't know that. I was paying for it just so that everybody would be happy and think that they were getting a little something under the table, you know. But I want you guys to know, you weren't the only ones that were putting your life out there and were working really hard. You were working harder than anybody else. I remember Tim said something about the fuel trucks and gas, and I was on a flat line myself. And I know how it was. It was tough. It was really tough. There's another subject I want to touch on before I get down, and that's the women. You know, we had a tendency to not think much about it or really ever talk about it very much, but the damn truth is, they're the ones who take care of you. They really do. You know? Where else Where else can you go? And you got aching and your shoulder hurts and you're down. You know, you can't hardly walk. And you say something to your wife about, I hurt. Oh, I hurt, you know. Well, what the hell are you doing it for? What are you playing for? What are you playing for, you know? You're an idiot. You go out there and you play every day and you get hurt. And you come back from that ball game on the weekend and you're complaining and you just say, my God, why are you doing it? Just come home and be with us. And they don't understand that we're men. Well, I think we are, a little boys. But we're men, and there is a part in your life. And I don't want you to hit this. I should damn sure hit it myself. Excuse my language, I'm terrible. You get there and you say, damn it, I gotta grow up. You know, it's just a mess because I have never really completed the things I wanted to in my life. I played with the Houston Oilers, but damn it, I never got to start. Damn it, I sat on the bench. I wanted more than that. Of course, and then I got drafted and had to go to Vietnam. And so that took up about 2 years of my football life before I went in, you know. Then in Vietnam, I got a couple other injuries with my knees and stuff, and hell, I couldn't get out of my own way after that. So I wound up having to have a few operations, and I wound up going overseas. But I'll tell you, the women do such a tremendous job because you guys are hurting all the time. And they're sitting there saying, you damned idiot. Why are you hurting? You want me to take care of your butt here at the house and always patting you on the back and taking good care of you. And you're out there doing this stupid crap of getting, that's something you got to go through. Man, graduating somehow. Is this thing working right? Somehow you have to graduate as a man, and I'm not so sure the women always understand that. Somehow you have to graduate as a man and say, damn it, I gotta call this off. You know, I gotta find something else to do. I can't, you know, I've told myself that I'm not what I used to be. And it's time for me to maybe just turn around and start supporting everybody that is doing it. You know, that's what I do now. That's what, after I left the Air Force and went out, I came back here and I wound up coaching for some professional teams, but nothing big. It wasn't Fred Akers and I wound up coaching around to World League teams and Canadian stuff and things like that. It was fun, but the best times of my life was with you guys. You may not realize that, and you should though. You should realize it. We're here.
Check.
Step battery. We all get it.
Check 1, 2.
That woman right there has been the savior of my life, and I'm going to tell you. That woman has saved my life. She's the best thing I ever.
1 second, sir. We're coming to you. This is what happens when you don't pay your DJ, is that things just, you know, whatever. So.
She's been the savior of my life in so many little ways. Little ways that never wind up in a newspaper or a magazine or nothing. Just little crap, that you just, little stuff in your life that you have to fight through, Sometimes you just, damn, I'm 80 years old and I haven't learned anything yet. I'm still doing the same crappy mistakes that I made back when I was 14. Well, I'll get off stage, I won't bother you anymore, but I'll tell you, it was certainly the pleasure of my life, truly, of my life to be able to play and coach for you guys. I ain't the best coach in the world, the smartest or anything, probably close to the dumbest. But I'll tell you this, you have to care about people. And there's times when as coaches, we are always strung between doing what's right, what's the proper and right thing to do, and not just doing things because it makes somebody happy. That's tough. It really is tough because you got players you care a lot about, and their families you care a lot about, and you have to make a decision that is going to affect him and his little boy, and it's a bitch. It really is. Folks, just keep plugging away and doing the best you can, okay? That's what I'm doing. And if I see you on the street, please get my attention, because I love you. I have a terrible memory for names. I never forget faces. And that's a terrible mix-up, too, because you go into these buildings around town in San Antonio and say, I know that person, No, I don't know. I think I do, because we were all over the world. We were in the Air Force all over the world, and we saw so many people and became friends with so many people that we know. We've seen those faces before, but no, we haven't really. It's just a game our mind plays on us, Well, Tiller, I'm going to get out of you guys' way. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. I think, who do we got? Bruce Alexander, brother.